Everybody's so into drinking water. Our title for today is 3 ways to stay hydrated without drinking the ocean. Yes. Okay, so why don't we go into tip number 1? Cheer less with beer. I know I'm just being a little corny with this with this title, but people often think that drinking is, any kind of beverage gives you, makes you hydrated, but that is not true. What do you think, Blenda?
I think that's so true. You can't just drink anything and feel hydrated. Actually, a lot of liquids dehydrate you.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. A lot of liquid dehydrates you. Okay. So the first one, of course, it's beer, wine, alcoholic drinks, right? So it's kind of silly. There is this phrase where, like, I think it's like you're an alcoholic, they keep on pissing in a pot or something like that. I don't know the full quote to it, but what happens that people often think that, during the hot summer season or when they're like on vacation, they think that by staying hydrated, oh yeah, I'll just grab a beer, it's fluids, it keeps me cool, and that way at least I'm getting the fluids in my system. But the reality of it is that beer has this effect where it trigger the brain to reduce the anti-diuretic hormones, so it makes you actually want to pee more. So you're thinking you're drinking all those fluid, but you notice how after you drink a beer or like a glass of wine, you end up having to go to the washroom quite shortly afterwards. That's because that's the effect of the anti-diuretic hormones, right? The part of it is that it's going to help absorb the water, keep the water in you. But because the alcohol blocks side effects, therefore you go to the washroom. You end up going more than you have to. But anyways,
that's so true.
Yeah.
That's so
true. Do you
true.
Notice?
I do. I mean, I haven't drank alcohol in a long time.
Yeah.
Every so often I might have like a glass of wine, and it's like 4 ounces really, just for the taste. But on a regular, I don't drink.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know you're a lightweight.
Our audience does not know that Blenda does not drink, and I do not drink. Like, we hardly ever.
Yeah.
We did before, back then. Yeah.
Actually has a great anti-aging effect too when you don't drink.
Oh, true. That's why Blenda stays so young, because she does not drink, hardly ever. So, I mean, besides that too, this is a funny story. I was talking to my coworker the other day, and we're just talking about how, drinking, like, I told her I don't drink. She's like, yeah, I know that you don't drink, but there are people who drink. So I asked her, why is it that, people drink? And she's like, well, obviously there's a bigger problem to it. So I was so surprised that she actually said that, because not many people are willing to admit that, when you drink a lot, like a little bit here and there, not a big deal, because, when you're out, it's a social thing. It makes you feel good. It makes you not worried as much. You can feel like your inhibition, like it's lowered. So she actually said that, and I was actually really surprised, because not many people are willing to admit that, if they do drink, and especially if they drink a lot, and they're relying on the drink to make them feel a certain way or act a certain way, there is an underlying issue to it, right? But not many people are willing or really openly admit to that. If I do
share and admit to it,
right?
I know where you're coming from, Jenny.
Yeah, but not only that too, alcoholic drinks actually depletes a lot of the nutrients from your body. So you're thinking all that nutrients that you put in with, like, let's say you eat healthy, right? You have all the berries, like the blueberries, good for you, all those things like that. And you're eating a healthy, clean diet, and then you go and you drink. You're actually like robbing your body from the nutrient even more because of the alcoholic drinks. It takes a lot to break down the alcohol as well too. So your body has to use a lot of those to break it down, and you're also going to the washroom all the time as well too.
Yeah. You can't just like think you're gonna do really well during the week, Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday you're off. It's
Yes.
not that, it doesn't work that way. You can't just be off on the weekends on your diet. Like it just doesn't work that way with your
Yeah.
drinking as well. Because people are like, Monday, I'm going to start off really well. And then come Thursday, Friday, they're like, oh, forget it. It's the weekend. You can't do that to yourself. It's just not going to work.
You know what? Blenda has a great point. That is so true because I've noticed that with a lot of people too, on Monday to Friday, they're grinding, they're working so hard, and they feel like, okay, I need to party. I need to let out my stress and do all that. So they end up going, and they couldn't help it, and they go and party with their friends because
Yeah,
they work
yeah,
so hard during the
yeah,
weekday, right?
yeah. You
It,
can't just do that to yourself.
yeah,
It's not, you're not doing yourself justice. Like you're harming yourselves when you're doing that, right?
yeah,
All the
yeah.
drinking, all the partying, the late night, just not good for you.
People might not know it yet, the effect of how alcohol affects them, because especially for the young ones, let's say if you're in your, like 18, 19, early 20s, you can go nuts and everything, and you think you're invincible, but by the time you're late 30s, 40s, 50s, and you realize, oh damn, it's catching up to my
It
body, my
catches
blood work's
up.
killing me, right? It really adds up over the course of time, but of course, when you're young, you don't realize it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's go on to tip number two. Tip number two, this is something that we all do. Actually, no, I don't do it anymore. I did a long time ago, but it's something that's quite common, is that so to stay more hydrated, so reduce your coffee intake as well too. Because of the coffee, it also has that of similar effects as the beer or the alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah, it blocks or inhibits this anti-diuretic hormone, so then it makes you actually go pee more. So I don't know about you, Blenda, when you drink coffee, do you feel the need to pee a little bit more or no?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a coffee drinker.
Yeah, see,
I
exactly. There's
am
a
not a
reason
coffee
why.
drinker. And if I were to drink anything caffeinated, it would be green tea and it's
Yeah,
black.
yeah,
Um, so I'm not a coffee drinker. I maybe used to be because there was a coffee time close to my high school,
yeah.
but like that was a long time ago. But I understand, like coffee, yes, it makes you productive. You feel like you are because it wakes you up, but there are other ways to wake up.
That's great. Can you give one or two examples of what other ways to help wake you
Okay,
up?
so I personally like to have a big glass of water in the morning. I like to drink at room temperature, which is something weird. A lot of people don't like drinking room temperature water
Yeah,
or even lukewarm water. It actually improves your digestion,
yeah,
gets things moving, and hydrates you. That's the first thing I do in the morning, or I do a double two tea bags and 1 cup of water, hot
yeah,
water,
yeah.
and then steep it, just green tea black.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lemon water is another one that's really big. You know, a lot of people do that. Lemon water in the morning also
Yeah,
gets your digestion going.
yeah. It helps
But
you cleanse.
yes, definitely.
Yeah,
And that's the ideal time in the morning to get, detox, cleanse, get that liver going, right? Because like we're all the way we eat and
yeah,
how we eat nowadays
yes,
is causing our bodies to be taxed, right?
yes,
All the food out there, and even good food can be harmful because how is it grown? Where is it from? It's not local.
yes,
Everything we get is from Mexico, from the States, overseas. Not everything is from Canada because that's where we're from. We're from Canada.
yeah. Oh
You
my
might get
God.
some local things, but
Yes,
it's not very much.
that's wonderful. Blenda has awesome knowledge in the nutritional background, and that is so true. I totally agree with that because it
Yes.
really depends on where it's grown, right? There's a lot of processing involved, right? But anyways, let's focus back to, we have another video, awesome video for you, because Blenda is amazing with nutritional information, so she can provide you with that. But let's go back to the coffee. So you suggested tea, right? To drink
Tea.
tea, honey, lemon, honey water, or no,
Yeah. Honey,
lemon
you can do
water.
honey lemon. You
Yeah.
can just do lemon water.
Hmm.
I like taking herbs, like
Yeah.
that sense of herbs. I don't know if people do this actually. Like a little bit of like basil
Yeah.
in water. I like doing that.
Or
We
mint too, even mint.
mint is really good. Yeah.
Yes. Because some people like flavor and all that stuff, right?
Mhm.
So, oh, talking about flavor. Okay, the third one is let's put a stop to this too. People who think that they're actually drinking any kind of fluids helps, but that's not true. So the third one is stop at the pops. Okay, so don't drink the pop drink. Well, not
Yeah.
don't, but like it doesn't help, you know,
Oh,
like
so like soda pop.
like
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, Pepsi,
Coca-Cola,
all the like
Pepsi.
sugary pop drinks like that, right?
I know. I know. Growing up, it was like such a cool thing to go drink pop,
Yeah.
but it causes like your digestive system to be all gross and gas. Like you get all gassy and you get bloated from drinking soda.
Yeah.
Even diet soda. Actually, diet soda is probably worse for you because it's got the aspartame in it. It's worse for your body. I find like I used to be a soda drinker and then I would be like bloated all the time and I look like I'm pregnant.
Yeah, and
Um,
you're not.
Now I'm not like I'm not much of a soda drinker anymore and I feel good. Like there's not much gas anymore. Like that's
Yeah,
just one thing.
too much
That's kind of gross to
information, but
talk
it's
about
so
that.
true.
It's kind of gross to talk about that, but you know, like
God,
when you drink too much soda, it causes gas, and where is it going to come out of, right?
yeah, but not only that too, like the medical background too is that think of it like this. Water is attracted to the sugar, right? And to break down the sugar content, it needs a lot of high like fluids, right? So a lot of times there's so much energy that needs to be put into to break down the calories, the sugar, to break it down for the usage. And for pop drink, it doesn't have, okay, like a good drink would have like maybe like a green smoothie or something like that. The pop drink is just high sugar, high calories, low nutrients, and teeth rotting. Wow, makes you go to the washroom often,
More. Yeah.
bloating, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So some of these things are actually not good for you. And not only that, our body have to use a lot of water to break down these the pop drink, right? Because of the sugar content. So that in itself is very dehydrating. So you notice like whenever you drink like pop drinks like that, you actually feel thirsty and you thinking like maybe I'll drink another pop drink to make me feel less thirsty. Don't do
I
that.
love that. I love that.
Okay, so anyways, yeah, so that's what I suggest. So there's different alternatives and like what Blenda suggested, right? Tea instead of coffee, right? And well, if you do have to drink modestly because realistically, people are people, right? I personally don't drink and neither Blenda very rarely, right? So and then like honey, not honey, lime or lemon in the water. My kids, they're a bunch of weirdos, but they actually like the lemon and the and the water. So like
That's good. It's
yeah,
good for
and
them.
a replacement for sugary drink. So what I would suggest is that, making smoothie, like the frozen berries, smoothie with it. And so instead of like having, it's sweet enough, like you can add a banana. So at least like it's sugar from a good source, right?
Yes,
Instead
yes.
of like sugar with no nutrients whatsoever at all,
Yeah.
right?
I like your idea of doing the fig sometimes or the date in the
Yeah,
smoothie because
yeah.
that could sweeten it up a little bit. Yes, it's a little harder to break down, but you have a super smoothie, like a super blender. It'll break anything up.
Yeah, it's a ninja. It's anyways. Yeah, so those are some of the tips. And for those who like a little flavor and who are into it, who doesn't want plain water, they add cucumber, they can add ginger,
Orange or ginger, yes.
orange, yeah.
Orange, yeah, very citrusy.
Yeah, some people even actually slice their strawberry and also their
Infuse it.
kiwi. Yeah, and put in their water in the water bottle, and then throughout the day they are drinking it.
Yeah.
Did I say mint?
Mint, you already said that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? There's something that I've ordered one time at this restaurant, bubble tea restaurant. You know,
Yes.
bubble tea's full of sugar. Yeah, but I end up ordering this fruit tea. And it had apples, strawberries, and I think it had pear or something. It was a really cool blend.
Yeah.
No sugar added.
Yeah.
All the sugar was natural occurring sugar
Yeah.
right from the tea. So they
Yes.
steep this fruit tea for you
Yeah.
and you have it. It's nice, refreshing drink.
Yeah. See?
Mm.
So there are some great tips that's going to help you. And not only that, it reduces the risk of diabetes because higher sugary drinks. And there's a lot of kids um nowadays that are drinking, that's their staple. They're drinking like pop drink instead of water, right? And these are
Yeah,
habits over time that they're building. And it's just as bad as if like they're eating fries all the time, right? And
exactly.
so this is one of the things where if we can just push towards it, just drink natural water or just water, or at least better alternatives, that will help with having better health and also staying more hydrated, right? So
Yes.
yeah. Blenda, do you have any other like awesome tips in terms of how to
You
stay
know what?
hydrated?
This is what I like to use sometimes. I use a energy electrolyte.
Okay. Like what is
Um,
that?
so
Like just
some sports people
oh.
love to use this. It's BioSteel. It's a brand. I don't work for them, but like I like it myself. It's got amino acids, which is necessary for your body.
Yeah, yeah,
Lots of
proteins.
protein. So I like to add this to my drink. It actually hydrates you. My kids have it sometimes, but I don't give them the full amount because it
Yeah,
is
no.
meant for adults.
Yeah.
I also have other kind of health food drinks that I like to add, like greens drinks. I'm big on
Yeah.
that. You know
Yes.
it.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
I love greens drinks. I just started using this collagen blend. A lot of people are really big on collagen nowadays because
Yeah.
it's not just about the hair, skin, and nails, it's about your insides as well.
Yes.
So when you're boosting your collagen, you're helping your overall health.
Yeah.
Collagen blends, there's so many ones on the market. So like if you really want a specific brand or specific recommendation, you could always reach out to me.
Yeah. Blenda's got good tips.
I'll blend. I'll blend. I will definitely recommend something depending on your person because everybody's different, right? You can't just have a one size fit all plan.
No.
That's how I feel like.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So I think we're good for today's topic on staying how to stay dehydrated if you do those three things, right? If you drink a lot of beer, a lot of sugary drink, and if you drink a lot of coffee, but how to stay hydrated is if you can avoid that and then actually drink your at least a good 8 glass, 10 glass, depending on how much you do if you exercise. Drink a little bit more of water, right? So we'll see you next time, okay?
Have a
All
great
right.
day.
Bye.